Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Trending 10s. Today we're looking at 10 of the most expensive beers in the world. Let's get right into the video. Number 10. Tutankhamun Ale, Scottish Newcastle Brewery, UK. 31.83 pounds, $52, 500 milliliters. This ancient brew came about following the discovery of a 3,250-year-old recipe found in Queen Nefertiti's royal brewery in Egypt. The discovery was made by Cambridge archaeologist Dr. Barry Kemp in 1990 and led to just 1,000 bottles being made according to its recipe. 10 brewing chambers were found buried beneath the ancient Egyptian sand, each containing traces of ancient beer residue. An electron microscope was used to complete the ancient recipe paper, with researchers then teaming up with Scottish brewer Jim Merrington, who made just 1,000 bottles of the Queen's Brew. The first sold for $7,800, but eventually fell down to around $52. Merrington's brewery later closed down. Number 9. Space Barley, Sapporo Brewery, Japan. 58 pounds, $96. 6 by 355 milliliters. Sapporo's Space Barley was made with barley grown from seeds which spent 5 months aboard the International Space Station in 2006 as part of a joint project between the Russian Academy of Sciences, Okayama University, and the Sapporo Brewery. 6 packs of the space beer were sold in a lottery system at a price of 10,000 yen. Brewdog Tactical Nuclear Penguin Beer, Scotland. 106 pounds, $176, 375 milliliters. Brewdog's Tactical Nuclear Penguin was released in 2009 and was, at the time, the strongest beer ever produced at 32% ABV. The Imperial Stout is produced using an intensely cold process called chill and skim, and is then kept in an Arran whiskey cask for 8 months after it has been brewed, before a further 8 months in a cask from Islay Distillery, restalling in a double cask beer. It has an average selling price of 106 pounds a bottle. Samuel Adams Utopias, US. 143 pounds, $238, 750 milliliters. Samuel Adams Utopias, brewed by the Boston Brewing Company in Massachusetts, is America's most expensive beer. First released in 2009, Utopia is made with caramel Vienna, Moravian, and Bavarian smoked malts, and 4 varieties of noble hops. Each batch, released every 2 years, is aged in Scotch cognac and port barrels for up to 18 months. A limited number of bottles are released every 2 years, sold in ceramic bottle resembling a copper-finished brewing kettle. At 28% ABF, it is banned in 11 states in the United States. Schussbuck 57 by Schussboy, Germany. 165 pounds, $275, 330 milliliters. Released in 2011, Schussbuck 57 claims to be the strongest beer in the world at 57.5%. Only 36 bottles of this super strong beer were ever made, each costing on average around 165 pounds. It is an icebox style beer made by freezing off a portion of the water and removing it from the beer, which increases the beer's body, flavor, and alcohol content. Number 5. Brewdog, Sink the Bismarck, Scotland. 195 pounds, $325, 375 milliliters. Sink the Bismarck was released in 2010 and was an attempt by Brewdog to take the title of the world's strongest beer. Sink the Bismarck did hold the title briefly before it was lost to the German brewery. Brewdog describes it as a quadruple IPA that contains 4 times the hops, 4 times the bitterness, and freeze distilled 4 times to produce a 41% ABV. Number 4. Jacobsen Vintage by Carlsberg, Denmark. 224 pounds, $374, 375 milliliters. Danish brewers Carlsberg released its Vintage 3 in 2008 with less than 1,000 bottles of each variety made. Just 600 bottles of Vintage No. 1 were made. Jens Eichen, head brewer at Jacobsen, said of the project, "It started as a wild idea and a wish to create a new type of beer that had never been seen before. During the aging process in new barrels, lots of chemical processes take place. Not all reactions are known, but they taste wonderful." Each bottle is labeled with an original hand-styled lithographic print by the Danish artist Frans Kanik. The beer is mainly sold to collectors and through 3 upscale restaurants in Copenhagen, Denmark. Number 3. Antarctic Nail Ale by Nail Brewery, Australia. 480 pounds, $800, 500 milliliters. Antarctic Nail Ale is a 4.6% limited edition Australian pale ale made from water melted from a block of Antarctic ice. It was released in 2010 by Jarrah Jack's Brewery in Pemberton from ice collected by the crew of the Sea Shepherd by helicopter from an iceberg in the Southern Ocean. Ice collected was then flown to Tasmania, melted and transported to Perth. Only 30 bottles were produced, with the first auctioned for $800 Australian dollars on November 3, 2011, with the second selling on November 19, 2011 for $850. That's 1,000 pounds. At a fundraising event in Sydney. More than 90% of the beer is water, and so also lays claim to being the world's oldest and purest beer. The end of history. Brewdog Scotland, 500 pounds, $832. Brewdog's third entry in our top 10 of expensive beers is thanks to the Scottish Brewery's 2010 release of its 55% end of history beer, which came encased in a taxidermy squirrel or stoat. Only 11 bottles of this blonde Belgian ale, named after a book by philosopher Francis Fukuyama, were produced. It was made using nettles from the Scottish Highlands and fresh juniper berries, and was said at the time to be Brewdog's last high ABV beer. Vieilleville Bon Secours Ale, Belgium. 700 pounds, $1,165, 12 liters. And finally, we come to what is to be the world's most expensive single bottle of beer, a 12-liter bottle of Belgian ale brewed by Collier. This particular 12-liter bottle was discovered in the cellar of London's Belgo restaurant in 2009, when it was estimated to have a price tag of £700. A pint of this 8% Belgian ale will cost you around £33. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like rating down below and comment which beer shocked you the most. See you guys next time and have a great day.